Come with me now on another adventure. No need to worry, I'll be your mentor. Before we get going on this wonderful trip, gotta stop at the roost and you better leave a tip. Say hello to my friends at the bar. When you come to this place, they know who you are. Pouring some shots, meet a new friend. Just when you thought that this was
What's up, everyone? Welcome. ASTROSMASHED Mondays is back. Yep, I went on hiatus for a week, and then before that was, well, we have a lot of talk about. Welcome. ASTROSMASHED Mondays is back. Yep, I went on hiatus.
Sorry about that. That was me.
Oh, is that you?
That was me.
Okay, I was like, whoa, I'm hearing me again. What's up, Jeff from Go Game Go, and as always, Papa Pete.
Hey, guys.
And the kitty cat. And it's man. I might have to get into some Miko Fest stuff first and talk a little bit about that because I can't not. Then we'll get into some other stuff like I wanted to talk a little bit about the flashbacks and the modding and a couple other things that I was looking forward to getting and doing. So as far as now before I get into any of this, Jeff said he had a surprise. So
okay.
I want to know about Jeff's surprise.
Well, you know what it is because I told you. I think Pete knows, but here. I don't know if I can get the camera. I actually have my Intellivision 2. It's upside down, but it's all hooked up to my TV right in front of me.
That's awesome.
And I played some ASTROSMASHED for the first time I've played an actual Intellivision.
Right on.
That's awesome.
I was glad to get that hooked up, and I just hooked my IntelliVoice up. So I got a lot of games to go through, and we were discussing before, and I was struggling through bowling.
One of the greatest games, right?
Oh, man. It's just so funny how much more complicated it is than Atari bowling.
It was incredible, the detail and the different elements of gameplay they could put into that in 1982, right?
It's amazing. It's kind of crazy they were able to do that way back then.
Yeah, it's so you played ASTROSMASH and bowling. Any other ones that you got into yet?
Not on this. I hooked the flashback up yesterday.
Okay.
And what else did I play? I played a third game. Oh, I was playing Frog Bog last night.
Great game. That was featured in the movie Grandma's Boy as well.
That's right.
They had like a modded version of it where they were able to put their names in there, which I thought was kind of neat.
I heard some people didn't really care much for it, but I kind of liked it. It's a nice. Really, all you do is just have the one button. I mean, unless I'm missing something more complicated. You can change it up to where you control the frog completely. You can jump around into the pond, swim around. Oh. But the easiest, to me, the way I always play is just the left and right. Just time it to get those bugs on every angled jump. But you could also do where you can control the tongue coming out too. So you could push the tongue out whenever you want to and control the jumping. So it's a little harder to do it that way, but I mean it's definitely an option too. I have to see if I have that. I'll have to look up the instruction booklet to figure out.
Yeah, Cloudy Mountain, Tron Deadly Disc, and Lock and Chase. Lance, great games right there.
I have two of those, Lance. I do not have Cloudy Mountain.
Oh, no Cloudy Mountain there yet?
Oh, yeah, of course, Night Stalker.
Oh, yeah, I did play Night Stalker.
I love playing that one.
That's a great game.
Yeah, that one really gets going hard. The harder. Then I got as far. I mean, I don't think there's I don't think there's a true ending to that. It pretty much just keeps getting harder. But I mean, you get up to the last robot ends up being an invisible robot, and he comes out and he will destroy the bunker. So there's no more. You can't hide anywhere at that point. So it's just a matter of how long can you survive. And yeah, that's a good game. I love that. It's just such a weird, like you're in a dark cavern, no pun intended, because that's what the Atari M network version was called, was Dark Caverns. But you're in a dark cavern with this giant spider, and then you have bats, but then you have futuristic robots
Yeah.
But yet you're hiding in a bunker looking for a zapper gun. Like it's just so bizarre that it
got
works.
some things pretty mixed up, but like there's some original intentions of the game was to have the spider go around putting the webs in that would slow you down, and basically as it moved around it would put webs in different parts of the field, and they couldn't do it. At the end of the day, it was just too much. So
yeah, I think there was a lot of things planned, like on a lot of games like that they just go, the programmers go, well, if we do this, then we can't do this. We got to cut some of this stuff out or some of these features. That's why I kind of always wish there was a true Intellivision, like a second system. What would have been, like all these games. Well, obviously we're getting it now, so I guess that's even better, right? Yeah.
Just a lot longer than typically between systems.
Yeah, right. Yeah, what's 40 years or whatever it is, right?
Yeah. And you guys are talking about Frogbog. Don't forget, Frogbog is episode 8 of the 125. So that's all.
And check out those shirts too. Wow, that is a cool shirt. Are those for sale on your?
They're on my TeePublic as well.
I'm gonna have to get one of those
because I was going for a purple, and if you look at it, the design it did was purple, but it came out blue. But it still looks pretty good. I still like
it. It does. I just love the Intellivision font, like the lettering font. That is cool. Yeah. But I'm gonna have to pick one of those up. There's nothing cooler than that. The 125, what we all strive to get. There. Speaking of 125, there was a bunch of rare ones up on eBay a while back, about a week or so ago. I think it was right as I was going into the weekend of the Miko Fest, if you will. But I ended up, I kind of forgot about them, unfortunately. But there's one still up there. There's a Hover Force. It's
okay.
I think it's 90 Canadian right now. I don't know what that is US. I'd have to relook at it, but
70.
Yeah, something like that. And I was like, Hover Force. I never really wasn't like one of my favorites, but it's definitely one I need for 125.
Yep.
I'm thinking about bidding on it, but I'm like, I don't know. But they had a Stadium Mud Buggies. A Spiker went for 2,000.
I heard about that. Yep. I didn't know about Stadium Mud Buggies though.
And then they had a Super Pro Decathlon and a Super Pro Wrestling. It was all from the same guy. He's just like selling off his collection. And I mean, we got to think that's going to start happening after a while. There might be a lot of guys in our age bracket or even older that are just like, hey, it's time for me to sell this off, get some money, and move on.
Yep.
And, I mean, eventually I may do that or pass it on to someone, but it's just, you get to that point. I'm like, so I really want to know. I got to keep watching for these type of collection sell-offs because I kind of split 2,000 is so much though.
Oh, it's crazy.
Like I couldn't afford that, man. No. I wanted to. Because when it was like at 800, I'm like, oh, that's so bad. If it maybe gets to 1,000, but when it started going over that, I was like, I'm not even going to pay attention. I think Stadium Mud Buggies was the same way.
Yeah. That would be the second.
I think it was. And then Super Pro Decathlon, I know I've seen like the cartridges and manuals online for decent price, like a few hundred or something. But yeah, I mean, to go for like over 1,000, I think for complete. Same with Super Pro Wrestling. But yeah, it's just I look at those and go, I want that, but I won't bid on it because it's too much money. It's like I don't have that type of money to throw around right now.
So if you guys had unlimited funds, would you just buy everything you wanted? I'd complete the 125 for sure, and I get the homebrews too.
I'd say that's just what I was gonna say. I'd start working on the homebrews too for sure.
Because there's over 100 of those now.
Yeah, exactly. That's I think sometime this year the number of homebrews is going to pass 125.
Wow.
Yeah, or if not, very soon. Well, it's right there now anyway, and of course they're coming out really at a record pace.
Yeah, I'm really loving some of these homebrews, and I really need to get back into a Televania. But I want to complete a Tale of Dragons and Swords because it's like I play them for a bit. I usually get, this is my habit on a lot of games, is I'll play a lot of these games halfway through, and I'll either get bored or just not come back and do. Yeah, you got that too. And what a great box art on that too. It's one of my favorite box arts, and it played so well. And going back to what Jeff was kind of talking about, like bowling and a lot of these Intellivision games, the memory of an Intellivision is like a 16-bit processor. Like it really can do a bunch. So you got your menu screens, your options, your little stores, all your different it's just that game alone just shows what you could do if you take a lot of time and effort and put it into it, and don't have a schedule to be like, this has to be out next month. Do what you can do.
Right.
You know.
Now, think about this, DJC. Wouldn't you say that the gameplay of the Intellivision was already at the NES level for the most part? It was basically just graphics that maybe, I won't say failed it, but it was the development of the graphics that improved, and the ability to reduce that graphic production into a smaller program that was the next step forward. But as far as gameplay goes, there's a lot more detailed, interesting gameplay in a lot of Intellivision games than was ever on a lot of NES games.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was always they were just it was always just the graphics were, I don't know what you call it, 4-bit or something like that. But it was just like half the graphics that an NES could do. I mean, because when they came back in the 90s and put out those catalogs, I had one of those old ones. I don't know where it went. Right. And it's like, hey, send your Intellivision in and get repaired, and here's some new games. And the INTV Court came out. Yeah. And that's when my dad goes, we could finally fix the broken Intellivision. Yeah. And so as far as someone's asking how many of the 125 you sitting at, I think I'm at about 90 right now. In the last few are just going to be a lot of money, and I know I got to eventually do it. What are you at, Pete?
I believe that I'm at 115.
Okay,
114 or 115. I just picked up a big one. I actually showed you guys a couple weeks ago quickly from Luke. But I haven't done it on a pickup video yet. But I got one of the top ones that I've been looking for. Beautiful gift from a great friend. So yeah,
that's awesome.
We're getting closer all the time. Yeah.
Okay, well, Windsor area. Being in Detroit, I'm right near Windsor. It's like I get all the Canadian stations too. So I grew up on Mr. Dress Up and all that stuff. So,
and I'm in Canada, so
So we got someone close and someone in. That's why we talk about it so much.
That's right.
Only at 53. Hey, that's still pretty good. Keep going. Keep going. It's fun.
I'm going to tell you this right now. It's a lot more fun to collect when you're at 53 than when you're at 115.
Yeah,
right. Fun. It's fun to word for it, but when you're at 53, you could go through eBay and go, I need that one. That's a good one. I need that one. And it's getting harder and harder to find the ones that you need. And when you do find one, they're pricey. I mean, bottom line is they're going to be very expensive, right?
That's where I'm at right now with even, it's just, I'm at a kind of a standstill because especially during the pandemic, and all you could do is sit in and go online. Yep. I was like, okay, I'm going to start buying. And I bought a ton. I must have bought like 20 some games during the pandemic just to, and then even this year I really slowed down. I got some pickups because a buddy of mine's always looking for Atari stuff, and every time he sees Intellivision, hey, you need this? I'm like, yes, bring that over, Yep. I got, that's where I got my Dig Dug, my Defender, my Pac-Man, stuff like that. My Chip Shot Super Pro Golf.
Right. Yep. And now, do you find, Chuck, that in your area there's actually some stores that have Intellivision things in them?
I haven't found nothing recently. There was I go to like the flea markets and garage sales out here. Yeah. The most I usually see is Nintendo and Sega. Of course, you got your Xbox and PS, but that's a little too new for me. Unless it's original Xbox, I'm kind of looking for those. But I mostly it's rare I see them in store. Now, when I went down to Pennsylvania, which is funny, I guess I get into this story because we were all outside the hold on. Yeah, Burger Time is a must-have, Lance. That definitely for Jeff. If you got to get Burger Time if you don't have it already.
I've got it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I just looked up. I do have Frog Log, so I have the manual, and I actually do have the original Dungeons and Dragons, the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's a great one, man.
I don't have that second one though.
And also, yes, I am going to go to Too Many Games in October. I'm going to try to get a table there and actually have, for the first time ever, merchandise available somewhere.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, plus I really just want to walk around and check it out, too. But I think I'm going to get a table there. So if anyone wants to come say hello, I'll be there.
You need to go in 2022 as well, Chuck. So I think probably.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's our plan. That's our plan. Is we've been talking about this for about 6 months now. That hopefully this whole all the issues are probably going to be over by October, but it's still a little bit quick. But next year we've been planning on going down, not knowing at the time what COVID was going to be. So June's an awful great time to go.
Yeah,
So,
I bought this at a local store several years ago, but
nice.
It was a complete $1.95.
How do you beat that?
Yeah, I saw the box
that's
and had the overlays and everything. I was like, yeah, what the heck? $2.
Diner.
Yeah, Diner. That was one of my favorites, actually. I really want to get it back on in a complete box. I mean, that's obviously my whole thing. I do have a lot of extra cards, but Diner was one I never sold. Just the card alone's worth a lot, but I mean, to me, I actually like the game. But they had one that went up, I think, for like $300 or $400. It was like $370 some. I think it went for like a couple months ago.
Wow.
And I didn't keep an eye on it. I probably would have bought it, but then it kind of went too much. So I was like, I'm glad I didn't.
So what are your strategies for both of you on collecting and television games? Because you've got the ones that are the most expensive, and everything's just going to keep getting higher, most likely.
Yeah.
Do you go for the ones that aren't as bad now, or do you want to try to knock off the top one before it goes too crazy?
Yeah, I really the way I did, like right now, like I said, it's almost like a standstill. Like I saw Hover Force, and it's $70, and I'm like, okay, does that bid end at $100? Do I want to spend $100 right now? I do need it. I might actually get it. Oh, that's a beautiful looking Diner.
Yeah,
complete.
And it's got the red sticker on it too, the brand new sticker. Yeah.
And you're saying like, I have a different strategy with these super old games than I do the new ones. Like I've always talked about, I'm collecting the Xbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my strategy with that was before they hit the boom, I wanted to hit all the highest price ones first, because they will be going through the roof, and they have gone through the roof just as I started. Like Atogi 2, which is going to be my next video, has gone from $20 to $120, right? It's like crazy how it's jumped. And but the older ones are a little bit more stable. They're already super expensive, so it might have been. I mean, Spiker went for $2,000. Well, I don't know if it's going to go much above that. I really don't know.
Right.
It's always been $1,500, $1,600, $1,200, whatever, bouncing around those numbers, and you may see one go for $12 or something like that. I mean, frankly, I've sort of backed off to the. Succumb to the fact that my Blue Sky Rangers copy might be the only Spiker I ever have, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I thought about getting that too. I got the hockey one of that, I think.
Yes, yeah. But those are great games too. Like even if you want to call them, even if you want to call them homebrews, which they kind of are, but in those particular cases, they're being released by Blue Sky Rangers. And if you aren't familiar with the company, Television Productions, which was owned by Keith Robinson when he passed away, split into two different companies, which is Intellivision Entertainment and Intellivision Productions, and they changed the name of Intellivision Productions to Blue Sky Rangers because it showed to show the history and reduce confusion. So you have Tommy going off with the main. He has the main licenses and rights to everything, right? But the Blue Sky Rangers is still an official. Is still coming right out of Intellivision Productions, which is the original route back to Hotel and Television in 1979. So it is an official re-release of the INTV Corp game from 1989. So
I think that'd be good enough for me, Pete.
What's that?
I said if I was collecting, I think that'd probably be good enough for me because it's complete. It's the game. It just wasn't. It was just made in a different year, basically.
Yeah.
Right. So it's $70 instead of 2,000, right? But it's still the official Blue Sky Rangers release, which you probably can't see in there, right?
Yeah, I see a little logo there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they've also released Stadium Mud Buggies like that as well, which I haven't picked up yet.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
That's right from the Blue Sky Rangers themselves. Steve Roney takes care of that. He's also a VP with the Television Entertainment, right? So he's involved with the whole thing. The original Blue Sky Rangers offices are supposed to be going in with the Intellivision Entertainment offices. I don't know if it's happened yet.
Oh, that's cool.
I think so. Yeah. Steve Roney and Bill Fisher are original Blue Sky Rangers who are vice presidents with Intellivision Entertainment. So I always say the history's there, man. The continuity is there.
I know it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I found an Intellivision system changer online. What is a decent price to pay, and does it work with the master component? Well, it definitely works with the master component because I think that's originally what it was made for. I'm not sure about the 2. Could.
Yeah, I think it came out at the same time as the 2.
Oh, okay, it did. Okay,
I think it's I think it's what if you're talking about the system changer, if I'm not mistaken, that's to play the Atari 2600 games, correct?
Yeah,
that's what you're thinking, right, Chuck?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm.
And I believe that when you buy them, the North American ones are the style of the Intellivision 2. You know how the ECS and the Intellivision 2,
like that
and
white
the
gray,
all have that style, the white, and actually you can get PAL ones or European system changers, which are a dark brown, more like the original Match Component 1. So anyway,
right?
it will work with both, and I do not have one. I'd love to have one.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one of those too, and I don't have to plug my Atari in again. I can just pop it in my Intellivision.
There you go.
It's like no problem. We'll play those games. We can play those with ease. Use half our memory. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Atari fans, don't get mad.
Hey, do you think the Amico, once it releases, will affect Intellivision games at all? The pricing?
It could. I don't think right away, but it might. It might get people more interested. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Maybe the interest would grow, which would cause
that could cause some prices to go up. I could kind of see that. Speaking of original Intellivision, I had to show you guys this. I know I kind of showed it on a couple streams, but I had brought my original one that my father bought for the family years ago.
Oh wow, yeah.
And this one has been it's been through a lot, and it's broken.
Oh yes, okay, yeah.
And so I originally brought this out because I was like, well, I kind of cleaned it up. And I just never had the heart to throw it out, even though it was broken. It was one of the ones that ended up breaking. The reset. I remember we always had to hit reset like a million times before a game would finally boot up. And then it would just show the title screen, like the green screen, and then it would just go off again. And then finally I opened it up and tried to pry around in there. I mean, I'm like a teenager, like not even a teenager, and I'm like, and my dad's like, you open that up, what are you doing? You're going to ruin it, blah, blah. And so finally that thing comes in the mail. It says, hey, Intellivision's back. It's 1989 or 1990, and get your new one. Send it in to get repaired for free if you buy 3 games. So my dad's like, all right. And I remember they're like, reason it doesn't work. And he was like a 13-year-old son. And we sent it in. It's like, okay. And I remember he bought, what did we end up getting? I think it was like Super Pro Wrestling, I believe Sub Hunt, because we never had Sub Hunt, and then Chip Shot Super Pro Golf. But we got it back. We played those games for about maybe 3 months, and the system broke again. And we were bummed, and then it never got fixed. I ended up buying another one. That's but this is what it looks like. Let me see if can I do myself on one screen? Let me see if I can do this. Oh, look at that! I figured it out.
There it is.
But I had it signed by everybody there that was at the event, at least the people that I knew, right? So you got Rab, you got Dreadpool, Saggy Melons, the Retro Bro, Cyrus Martin, Relic Gamer.
That's beautiful.
Few of my friends that came with me, it's really cool, and and then Tommy signed the center, but you can kind of see it in the center there.
Yeah, I can see it there.
But yeah, so I'm gonna hang this up on the wall. That way I can, on my backdrop here, and then I'm going to get that big picture that we are all in at the restaurant after the event. But that kind of goes into this next topic. So we're all done at the Crayola event, and my buddies are helping. They really helped out a lot with just, they were like, we're going to load stuff back in the truck, put some money on the meter in the parking garage. And they just happened to come down, and it was me and John, and then Tommy comes out and goes, man, I got like an hour to kill. What are you guys doing? I said, we're going to go to this retro store. Everybody said there's a retro gaming store, and then it's got a full arcade in the back. Okay. And it's across the street. And Tommy goes, heck, I'm going with you guys. I said, all right, let's do it. So we go and walk into the store. Now, mind you, the store owner's like, oh my God, that's Tommy Talarico, which is kind of funny, So he took a picture with Tommy and all that stuff. But we're walking through there, and it was great because, I'm going, oh my God, I want to collect for Sega Master System, right? So we end up going in there, and I'm like, oh, they got Sega Master System. I'm going to get some of this. And Tommy goes, well, the way I walk into a store like that, I go, I've worked on that. I've worked on that. I've worked on that. And he's like, it's a little different, right? You know, and I was like, oh man, that's so cool. Then we went back and messed around in the arcade for a little bit. Got a little bit of footage. I didn't get as much footage. I think I borrowed most footage from everyone else because my camera was terrible. But I mean, it was cool. I got to live in the moment a little bit more, you know, and
sure,
and play and have fun. But yeah, that was a really good time. I ended up picking up some Sega Master System stuff. And I got like a Alex Kidd in High Tech World, which is like a really expensive game and a rare one. They say it's really, really hard, but I ordered my Sega, not to get too off topic because this is an Intellivision's podcast, not a Sega one, but I ordered a Sega Master System and it is in the mail. I should get it hopefully this Friday. So I'm going to start doing a few videos on that because it was a system I just never knew existed. You know, what's going on, Phil? Yeah, it's just something that I just never got into because I was an NES kid at that time in the late 80s and 90s. And, you know, anyways.
So did you fly out or did you drive out?
I rented a looks like a 2021 Jeep Sierra, those big Jeeps. Yeah. I didn't purposely rent that. I mean, I wasn't like, hey, I'm going to go. I would literally just said, I just need a mid-sized vehicle, blah, blah, blah. They're like, well, we have this Jeep Sierra. Will you take that? I was like, yeah, I'll look like I'm in style. And I had a buddy of mine a couple buddies that came with me, and the one, and I'm like, I get so stressed over long drives because that's all I used to do. So I asked my buddy, I said, listen, you think you could drive? He's like, yeah, I'll drive. So he drove all the way there and back, and while we were there too. So, but that was a nice vehicle to have. And it's funny because I brought my Switch and I brought my Evercade. Okay. I didn't play them once because it was just all the talk about what was happening, what we're doing, and oh man, it was such a fun time, and it comes back to it that it really is get that thing in your hands, and I don't know if you were watching the live stream because I think I mentioned you a couple times, Pete. I'm like, oh, Pete, it's just like the old one, you know, because I literally was, you know, because people were signing this old one. So I literally went from like this to grabbing the other controller, and I was like, whoa, it's got like the same. It's not because I thought they were a lot thicker because I guess maybe the way it looks on video or the way
it looks pretty thick, yeah.
But it's not super thick. It's a little bit thicker, but it's like it reminds me of this original one, but like more rounded and contoured. And then of course the disc, which I got one right here.
Yeah. Which is very similar. If you ever taken one of these apart, turn that over.
Yeah,
that right there looks the same as these do.
And the little difference of this one is it's that's what she said. Am I missing something in here? That's funny. What's up, Pete? Sorry if I'm missing chat right here. But yeah, it's got like that pressure sensitivity, which I think is really cool.
Yeah,
and it's really nice. Yeah, look at that. Almost matches.
Wow. I always found like holding this, you know, and there's something about, and this is comparing it to the new one that I'm looking at, because I'm still going to be holding it like this 9 times out of 10, I'm sure. I'm not going Nintendo on it. That was
posted. I did. I ended up doing that, and I actually found it good too, you know.
If you remember, like, I don't know if you remember back in the day, but I remember playing, like, when I was younger, you do marathon sessions, right? Right in here, by holding these buttons, so with the fingers, the side buttons, right? Yeah. My knuckles right in here would start to ache, okay? Because they're so close together. They're almost like side by side, your fingers, and you're trying to manipulate them. So I think with the button being up here, that's spreading that out. I think that's going to be a lot more comfortable right there, just having that button up higher.
Yeah, it is neat because when I started playing Astro Smash, I got it, you know, I started playing it like this.
Right.
And then of course, Mullis goes, oh, hey, I'm going old school. So you hit pause, reorient it, restart, boom, and now you're playing the old school way, you know. And I think we have a guest. Let me see if he's. Oh, no signal. No. Well, that's just sad. Oh, now is he rebooting? Oh,
so close.
So close. But no, it was really cool because I really felt it felt old school but new. It's like what we're wanting, you know, like it actually was what we wanted, you know. And when you hold it, it's just it really does fit your your fingers. So then I'm playing Flying Tigers, which is a new school game, right? And I'm having a blast playing it. And I'm like, and I thought I'd be, I don't know if you saw the video where I fumble. I go, oh, I'm going old school too. And of course I'm like, I didn't know what to push. Everything. I was like, oh no. And I killed myself off like 5 times. And then I was like, okay, I guess on that I should go like this. But yeah, it was just learning how to, but I found myself actually doing it sideways for most of the games, which I didn't think I do. And it felt different, but it felt good, and I guess it's something about those concave buttons. Your fingertips go right in them. Oh, there we go. There he is. He's rebooted and better than ever.
God, I go on vacation for 5 days or 4 days, and I don't know how to work any of my tools. How you guys doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
For a person that's not a regular on this show, this is like 4 shows, and I've been on it 3 times.
Yeah. I mean, I tell you what. Now I guess that is a regular now. What's up, David? Yeah. How you doing?
What I said is that's what she said. You guys said the controller's thick.
I get it now. I
could put a bunch of old men on the show.
I tell you, boy.
Pete, I thought I was suntanned. You're pretty good there, too.
Yeah. Lots of sun the last few days, that's for sure.
The reason you do have to, you don't have to reset it, you hit pause. So, because if you didn't, then every time you turned it, it would change directions, just like a phone. Right. So you want to have it locked in. So yeah, if you want to go that, you just hit pause, turn it this way, unpause it, and now you're playing that way. So they do that so you don't accidentally change it while you're moving around because there's motion control and everything like that. But yeah, no, I had no problem using that controller. I did kind of mess up, like I said, I was playing Flying Tigers in the middle of a game, and Nick's like, "Come on, man, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go old school," and I started messing up, my guy. But
what are we talking about, Amico?
Yeah,
it's Intellivision related. It's the All Intellivision live stream. Remember?
The world's famous
at the beginning of
somebody said that I had a controversial video.
That it's good. Will the Amico drive up the cost of the original Intellivision system? Yeah. And if this comes out and it starts taking off, or when it starts taking off, I think it is going to drive up the price of the Intellivision system because people are going to look back at the Intellivision name with a little bit more desire. And man, there's nostalgia for everything. Some of the things that are become popular is kind of crazy in this world. And if you have that name be brought back out and seen by a lot of people at mainstream stores, they're going to say, "Yeah, I remember those when I was a kid." And the people are going to look back at it more.
Yeah. But Pete, how many people is going to go buy an Intellivision after this nostalgia and have no idea that they can't hook it up to their TV?
Well, other retro people deal with the same problems. And
no, I mean, if regular people just go and say, "I want an Intellivision," and go and they get home, it's like, how do I get that?
Yeah, how do I get that?
I need an adapter.
Anytime you bring something like that back into the mainstream, it's going to drive prices up because people.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
I've seen in the new Intellivision Amico. This is where it all started, and all of a sudden, the $5 game's a $20 game.
Yeah. That's it could get a little bit of interest, but yeah, that is. I mean, that's going into kind of what I was going to talk about. Someone in the chat asked about sports games. No, I did not play. I don't think I did. Is Space Strikers considered sports? Space sports, maybe? I don't know.
There's some scalper in California that has pre-ordered 200 Amigos. Manpack said. Who's Manpack?
I don't know how you do that. I mean, I guess you could pre-order. I don't know if it'd be
200 Amigos times $100 is $20,000.
That must be quite the thing, I guess. All right. So going into what I'm about to attempt, hopefully, is modding an Intellivision. So I have 2 working units. One of them has a loose connector on it, which I switched over to my System 3. So I'm looking online, and I'm not a big. Is that a Perry appearance? Perry. What I looked online, I'm seeing, and I'm not good with a soldering iron. I may screw it up, but that's okay.
What mod you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing the RCA jacks for it to mod.
I need that on my Intellivision.
So that way I can plug it in through to my HDMI modification thing, whatever you call it, and then put it into my little capture device, and then be able to actually play on my.
Apparently, Intellivisions are a pain in the butt to mod.
Yeah, I saw. Well, it's only 3 points. They made it. I watched a few of them, and I'm like, I'm going to attempt it. It's only 3 points that you have to solder. They tell you exactly on the circuit board, or you can go to one of the components that. Because a lot of people were going, well, if you trace where the thing is on the circuit board, you can like either solder them all right here, instead of having wires everywhere. Because if you follow them, they're the same connectors. Like it's all connected to the same part. I'm gonna try. I mean, the worst case scenario, I ruin it and I.
You go get another one for like $20.
Right. It's only. I think I literally paid $35 for this.
Yeah, Intellivisions are super cheap, loose.
Like, yeah, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, and then speaking of flashbacks, I'm going to try to get mine modded to an ultimate flashback. That is something I'm really interested in, and I'm looking into right now.
There's a guy in Atari Age does that, I believe. Pete, you were telling me, right?
Fight Night, yep.
I gotta get mine modded, actually.
He's got an ongoing thread there. You just type it into Atari Age in the Intellivision forum, and you'll find Bite Night and his service to make the ultimate flashback. So it's great. It's great.
Yeah, I contacted him, so I'm waiting to hear back. I'm trying to. Why'd that pop up? I'm trying to get a controller because one of my flashback controllers was busted. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. It just went out. It only would go a certain direction. Some of the buttons wouldn't work. So I don't know if something's busted inside or a pin broke but they're real hard to find. Like I was hoping someone on eBay would just sell just a controller or two. I mean, I'd pay the price for it. I wouldn't mind.
The controllers are harder to get than the bodies, right?
Yeah.
Is the flashback still going for like $150?
They're really up there. And it's funny because I got mine from Blue Sky Rangers or Intellivision Productions website like 2 years ago because my original flashback died out of nowhere, and I remember opening it up, and they're literally the circuit boards in there are like big. Tiny. They're like tiny for the big body that it has. And I was like, well, okay, I should have kept it because I could have used it for the the new one, but I ended up throwing that out, and the controller still works. So I bought one, and I paid I think $30 from Blue Sky Rangers to get a brand new flashback, just the body. And that one's working still, but now one of the controllers is gone. So I'm like,
the controllers are the hard part to get. They had them on there for a while. They were $9.99 a piece for the bodies.
Oh, I should have.
I picked up two of them, and but the controllers. Luckily, mine are still working. That's my flashback controllers, the original one I bought. But I have an original flashback. I got my ultimate, but I've only got the one set of these right here. So,
yeah. So I'm thinking that I'm going to do the modded one, and then I'm going to get the ultimate because that's basically what I really.
Yeah, I'm going to get the ultimate one done, but I'm worried now that there's not many controllers left for it. I'm going to protect it, but I think I want my main body modded. I want to mod my main one because I want to get my Woody modded.
Yeah, that's the one I want to do too.
Because I got my Coleco modded. I got a Coleco modded. S-Video mod on my Coleco. I've got my Atari 7800 modded. I don't need my 5200 modded because it's already good. But yeah.
52 is the one that has the giant compartment in the back.
It's right there.
Yeah.
The big thing out.
Yeah, right. It's like the monster of
that's my
all video
Coleco,
games.
and that's my my Woody, my Intellivision there.
I still want to get a Tandy.
I got dust covers on mine. A guy in Mexico makes all these dust covers, so every system I have has dust covers on them.
I've seen those on eBay a few times. I don't know why I never got one.
Printerboy.com.
Okay.
Printerboy.com. Cheap as dirt. Comes from Mexico, and they're awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely get. Oh, that's I love 3DO. I know they have a lot of crap.
Why would you mod your 3DO?
Well, he's probably talking about. There's a way you mod them, and you basically downloads the games onto the system, kind of like having your own Polymega. Not to bring that up, but yeah, it's I think that's what it is, or is it HDMI? Is he talking about?
Yeah, I guess because if you mod it for HDMI, that's different.
Yeah, but I mean, even a 3DO.
It's true. It is.
You want to see it?
The 52 is such a. I have a bunch of games for 52 as well, but I don't.
This is the 5200. Yeah. This is the official 5200. So this is the
size of that.
Huh? Guess what else is connected to it?
Wow,
it's like crazy. So there's basically this. Oh, I've got mine. My 5200 has its own cord to it too. So you can get the ones. There's two different ones. There's ones that also have the outlet connected, but this is about 4 pounds.
Wow. What a monster. If the console wasn't huge enough, they said, why don't we throw a big giant brick for the power?
Yeah. Worst controller in the history of controllers.
And George goes, yeah, I know. Mine were, when I had one, they were just broken.
Yeah, I pressed mine to the side 2 years ago, and it's still
stuck.
It won't come back.
Yes, it plays games on a USB stick. See, I want to do that because basically I can load all these. And there's so much, people give it so much crap, but I really do love my 3DO.
There's a couple good games for it.
There's a few good games, and there is a lot of, I don't even know what they were thinking, kind of rushed games, I guess you could say. But yeah, I wouldn't mind modding it.
Well, they didn't have any seal of quality or anything like that,
no,
right?
So not at all.
Yeah, they
I wanted to get it just so I could play Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
Yeah, well, they're coming out with that for
limited runs doing that, and I'm like, why would you ever? Who wants that game?
It's such a terrible game.
Yeah,
I might get
it
just for the funny reason that they're doing that. I might actually buy it to have it on my shelf, and I'll probably pop it in for a second. But what a weird. There's so many. Like you could have done like Road Rash or I don't even know. There's so many other ones. Anyways, welcome to the 3DO podcast.
All right. Well, I'm talking to you guys. I'm getting tomorrow's video ready.
That's awesome. Yeah, so anyways,
you had to Amico crap out of your system. Like, I can't come on here and hear more about Amico. I just can't.
Unfortunately.
I've been swamped by it. Your channel alone is killing. Now I know what everybody who was a fan of my channel felt like for a while.
So I got to talk about this because I've been getting hit up on a bunch of this. I will mention some stuff to you guys off air, but I'm going to tell right now what is this song all about? Where did it come from? Who did this terrible, terrible song? No, I'm kidding. No, I actually wrote this fan song like about 4 months ago, and we were mixing it for a while. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to put it on the channel, and then I was going to do it as my intro music, and then I thought it was maybe kind of cheesy, and I was like, I don't know. That's because I don't know if you guys ever heard my old stuff. You know, it's pretty out there and wild, and I was like, I don't know if I should really put this out there.
Gangster rap?
No, I'm by no means a gangster at all. It was always like party rap, you know, a little explicit party kind of rap, you know. And I ended up putting out, I just put out a new record during the lockdown, which, you know, no one's really paying attention. You know, it's like everybody was kind of doing other stuff. And I was like, well, that's it. And I was like, maybe I could show this to Tommy. So I had it on a flash drive. And when we were out at the thing last weekend, I was like, hey, if you get a chance, I wrote this silly song. Let me know what you think, you know. And then that was kind of it. You know, I think I might have asked one more time, hey, did you check that out? And everybody's busy doing stuff. And I was like, oh, whatever. And all of a sudden he heard it. We played Amico After Dark. John used it for a collage for the weekend of videos and stuff. And then Tommy goes, dude, that song. And so then he hit me up and goes, dude, you should make an Intellivision album. Like, he's like, we'll friggin' promote it and put it out. You know, he goes, and you put it out. And he goes, we don't want anything, but you know, just put it out and do. So I was like, dude, I'd love to do more songs. So right now I'm just going to say, little exclusive, we're working on a Night Stalker song. So it's kind of based off the original Night Stalker, because I'm going a lot of old school on this stuff. That's pretty much where most of it is. But yeah, we're going to have an Intellivision Night Stalker song, and then after that I'm doing Shifty Eyed Dealer. So I was pretty stoked on that.
That's awesome, man.
But that's kind of, that came out because, and then Tommy's like, dude, I didn't have a USB. I didn't have my computer. I didn't even listen to it. He goes, I didn't know, like, that's what you gave me until after I heard it on the show. And I was like, yeah, it's just, and I didn't expect it to take off like that. Right, exactly. Intellivision. That's what I want my Intellivision. Oh, yeah. All those good songs. That played always during the Intellivision Lives menu. Like when you're in the arcade, it would play. Or actually, if you didn't turn it off, it would play through. You'd be playing ASTROSMASHED, and that song would be playing.
Michael Schwartz.
Demon Attack song. Night Stalker is going to come out pretty good. Demon Attack song. I don't know. Why would I do a Demon Attack
Do a
song?
Cloudy Mountain one, and you can make it.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, do a Cloudy Mountain, like do it in the the Gangnam style kind of thing. You know, you can do that. You could carry that, like you want to, going on what's that song? 1814 took a little trip down to Louisiana on the mighty Mississippi.
Battle of New Orleans.
You ever heard that song, Pete? You must have heard
Battle
that song.
of New Orleans.
Yeah, Battle of New Orleans. Just do it as a going to the Cloudy Mountains.
Going to Cloudy Mountains.
It starts off with a snare
You
drum.
could do something with the music, like the music from Snafu or the music from Shark Shark.
That's a great idea too.
Like Shark Shark. Actually, there's a Shark Shark one on here too, I believe, which I sort of did. But those are great. Even remakes of something on there, like if you're looking to make a dozen songs or something like that. Great stuff.
Now I got to get to work. I'm not gonna have any time to do these silly videos. No, I'm just kidding.
Wasting all your time talking.
I'll write the lyrics for the Cloudy Mountain one.
I could have made 2 songs by now. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Cloudy Mountain. I want to use like the song, like it's gonna be all the old OG sounds from like obviously from Cloudy Mountain, and then
didn't you go touring to all the different retro conventions?
That's what I was saying earlier. I want to go to too many games this year. If I'll
make it LP.
Dude, that's a great thing too. A vinyl. Do like
I can DJ and scratch on it.
Awesome. I don't know how to do that.
Chris Ross said on there about the Thunder Castle music's awesome too, right?
Yes.
Thunder Castle is one of the better games on Intellivision. I like Thunder Castle.
What about the Vectron song? That would be amazing. It's all about me keeping it in the shrink wrap. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
Is it Voltron or Vectron?
Oh, well, it'd be Voltron.
Voltron.
I'd love to do a Voltron.
The poor man's
song.
Transformers. That's what Voltron is.
I love. I was Robotic Lions.
Yeah, like that makes sense.
Cool? Yeah, I know, right? And it's on a planet far away in a different galaxy. Of what? I love me some GoBots.
Too,
I love the GoBots. Leader 1, Psykill.
Don't ever check it. Don't ever YouTube GoBots.
Yeah, don't do that. You will get striked or you'll get taken down.
No, but you'll get a video that you never can unwatch.
Yeah.
I missed that. I'm glad that I did.
GoBots, I always thought was cool. I had the command center. They ripped off it. The command center looked like one of the AT-ATs or what are the Imperial Walkers?
Yeah, Imperial. Yeah. AT-ATs. Yeah. Yeah. Armored. No. Yeah.
What they were called? Yeah, they were called AT-AT Walkers.
Yeah. Armored.
What was the one with the 2 legs though?
That's ATST. Scout. Scout.
Right. That was on like the Endor moon and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, that and that. What else were we talking about? We're we're almost up here. So then if you didn't see earlier, Jeff has finally been playing his Intellivision, has it hooked up. He's got a crystal clear picture, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
I don't have a CRT, so this is I'm connecting it through my TurboGrafx RF cable, which
why don't you get your the little
get the
coax adapter that it's like looks like the end of a cable line. You just put the smooth thingy into it, and it comes out perfectly clear on any flat screen.
I have
right
one.
there. That there. You just need that.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say I'm digging for it. You got it.
I have one, but the TurboGrafx one has it. I mean, I plugged one in the television, and it's got the coaxial on the other end.
And do you have good signal?
No, it's terrible.
Because a lot of those boxes,
you do what Pete just showed you, and you'll get a perfect signal.
Yeah, you just use like a straight RCA cable, and then put that little adapter.
It works perfectly. And I don't get any static on mine at all. I play it on this computer right here, this TV here.
I just canceled my cable order because of I found my TurboGrafx one. Maybe I'll have to.
Yeah, you shouldn't get any static. It should be just perfect picture. I mean, it's old and
it's not like high def, but at least it's better.
High def, but it's more than
got that 4K. You're going to see ray tracing when those asteroids falling on ASTROSMASHED. That's funny. Oh, Mazatron music. I almost forgot about that.
Or the Tron Solar Sailor is pretty good too. With Van, it's these 14-second recycled clips. I don't know. I love it, but
yeah, I did. My producer, because there's 2 of us that do this. I just do lyrics, and write. I don't I don't have any clue on how to do. I don't say I don't have any clue, but I'm not a music programmer or anything like that. But he sent me a snippet of he's like, what do you think about this for Night Stalker? I'm like, he's like, I already worked in the way how the game sounds and made a beat to it, and I was like, no way, dude. And he sent it to me. I was like, wow, that sounds pretty fun. I was like, so I'm gonna have to talk about going down the caverns with my zapper pistol while I'm getting pursued by futuristic hovering robots. So
that is awesome. I can't wait to hear that, Chuck. That's gonna be great, man.
It's like already like the stories. It's weird how we write, and then I was like, we got to get this done. Like, I want to get this done like quickly, but we're always everything we've ever. You
can't rush perfection.
Well, that's the thing is we're really good at like every time because we used to do like Christmas stuff or Halloween stuff, and anytime I was like, oh shoot, I have an idea, but like the holidays right around the corner. By the time we upload it, we'll only have about a week or two of exposure. I'm like, but we want to make it. Let's just hurry. So when we're under the pressure of like coming out with something like which is weird. That's some of our best stuff we put out when we're just like, let's just jump in and do it, as opposed to stuff where we take our time and then kind of sit down and then go, well, that didn't sound good. Let's go and like redo some of this. Let's take this out. And then, I don't know. It's just kind of a weird thing to be under the pressure to put out something.
Oh, Jeff, I just got to let you know that I'm going to put a link to your channel in my video that comes at midnight tonight.
Oh, really?
Because I've got my answering video coming out, and I may or may not have challenged you. Well, you probably got it already, but anyway, it's a challenge video.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Oh, how would you make a math fun song? That to me wouldn't be fun.
Yay,
math! Yay, math!
Oh, Schoolhouse Rock, they were good at that.
Yeah, they were actually the best at that. Shark music, good music as well.
What if
of all the things
you could tie in the electric company somehow?
Yeah, shark music. Wow, I don't know why I never thought of a shark. I wasn't even thinking of shark. The only thing I kept thinking of was a
you could sample Jaws for that one.
I'm sure that studio would let me do that, right?
Sure.
Hey, Chuck, in your song, what did you rhyme with Night Stalker? I'm trying to think in my head.
I said, oh man,
it was pretty funny. I can't remember exactly
something. I can get high. Bet I can get higher than you on Night Stalker. I can't. I'd have to go back and listen. You gotta remember, I wrote this like on the fly, on one day, like within like I don't know an hour and a half or something at a studio like 4 months ago. So like I'd have to like think back of what I wrote. I actually want to go back through the lyrics. There's a couple things I'm like, what did I say there?
I was listening.
How much were you drinking when you wrote that?
I do not drink when I write music because it just makes it worse.
But you're an artist. I find that hard to believe.
Ooh.
What is that?
Is that you, Pete?
That is Shark.
That
was Shark.
Oh, I got a little spider hanging here. Let me see if I can grab him right from his web.
Kill it.
He's like a little baby. I've been getting these like little babies.
Man. Eat it.
I'm going to put him right over here.
Chuck is going to grow up and kill you.
Yeah, I know. Right? I wake up, I got like a giant freaking bite. I'm like, damn it.
Jeff goes straight for the jugular. It'll kill you in your sleep. I'm the official spider slayer in the family, so that's what I get to do.
Burger Time, I can't use Burger Time because that's dated.
No, you need to get Tapper. That's good music.
Ooh, Tapper. Now I'm only using Intellivision stuff because I think that's all
Diner?
That's all I'm allowed to.
Chuck?
Diner is original Intellivision, isn't it?
It is.
Don't they own that?
That's the sequel, buddy.
There we go.
Yeah.
The Pete, Diner song.
That
I
place
love
has gone
talking
through
about
the roof
food.
for Diner. Pete, you were mentioning it was expensive. It's gone over to $160 now for Diner.
Wow. Yeah.
That's nuts, man.
They had one dude that was just on eBay. I think last month it was almost $300. It was like $270 something that went for it. It's unbelievable.
Hey, Pete, flea markets are open up here again, so I get to go flea marketing soon, and that's where I get all my Intellivision scores. Because people just like they don't know what they got up here, and they go to flea markets like, oh, you want this tub of Intellivision for a toonie? And I'm like, oh yes, give me.
We just don't have enough flea markets around here. There's the big one that we have in the province is done for this year, for this summer. Usually is in August. They'd already canceled it. So this is not a big flea market area right here in New Brunswick. So
We got some north of us, like up in the country area. Like if I drive about 45 minutes north, I can. That's where I usually hit. There's a small town called Armada, and it's like all just aisles and aisles outdoors of just tables and tents, and it's there's a few video games there, but you're starting to get a lot of the people, and I don't like this. I mean, I understand, but I don't.
I don't like people.
I don't like people. No, when I go out to the tables, like a lot of times I'll be like, "Oh, how much for this?" And they'll be like, "Hold on," and they're checking freaking eBay. I'm like, "Okay, never mind." Like if I can go to eBay to buy a game, I'm coming to a flea market to give you $20 for the box of games or what stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
If you're gonna look on eBay to get a price for me, then never mind. I can go.
Should have sold it on eBay, not brought it to the flea market.
Right. Well, you know, I got an Ouya from there. I didn't want one. But there was a brand new in box. Brand new in box, $15. I was like, you know what? Here's $15. I was like, I'll take it. I'll just put it on my shelf.
Yep.
But they're going for a lot more, you know, for that. You know, I mean, I'm never going to play it. I don't even know it's able to be played. But this is funny when you call for the license to Jaws music, ask for Bill.
Yeah, I'm like so gun shy of putting anything, even game music. When I do videos and I've got a capture going on in the background, I won't put the game music on because I'm scared to get a strike on my channel.
Yeah.
So I put in sound, like I got the Shutterstock kind of free music samples. Well, Chuck, you use the same editing software I do, right? Power Director.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you can get an add-on that gives you all free music and free images, eh?
Yeah, I did a download, and there is some like actual licensed music on there that you're able to use. It's I forgot what the bands that actually play it, but
So
or there's renditions of it. Yeah.
Yeah, ever since the GoBot incident, I'm not.
Well, I'm okay to use original Intellivision stuff. So like that if I get into Burger Time, that's Data East. I can't do that. You know, I can't do anything that's like a licensed thing. You know,
the Japanese companies are really, even like the old stuff, 25 years old. They'll license strike you like that.
Wow. I'm surprised GoBots of all things got a license. That's got to just be an algorithm thing that Hasbro put out or something. I don't even know. Because it must have been on their main site where they ran those cartoons, and when they see something, I couldn't believe that. I was like, really, that was what, 1980?
Yeah, they took my stream down, Pete. When I was doing GoBots, they actually legitimately cut my stream down for a minute. Jeez. I didn't know what was going on until Chuck messaged me, and he goes, "Pete,
dude, you're not on anymore." Everybody's like, "What happened?"
It's crazy. That's why I don't stream anymore.
Yeah, I haven't seen you stream in a bit.
Nah, no, because I work in the summers till 10 at night. Like, I'm on a break right now. That's why I can always come to this show. Especially when you're not talking to Miko. I like coming and just hearing Pete talk about Intellivision.
Oh, dude. I cannot wait to get the ultimate flashback, because I don't know, how long does it usually take to get that done?
It only took me 2 or 3 weeks, because you're usually talking to him well ahead of time.
Yeah.
And he'll let you know when. Okay, he says, I can't do it for a bit, so I'll tell you when to send it. Then he tells you, so send it over, and he does it right up and sends it back to you. So for you from Minnesota, it's going to take like 2 days for Pete's sakes, really. So
I might see if he can do it before I go on. Well, see, I go on vacation next week, like I think Tuesday, Wednesday next week.
Right.
So I might have to wait till I come back then, just to be certain.
I wouldn't expect it to be under that tight of a time frame anyway. I mean, if you want it done by the end of the summer, I'd be talking to him now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I sent him a message. I'm just waiting for him to get back. But
yeah, there you go.
I can bring my original, because I have like a battery generator that I use, and I have a little 10-inch flat screen, and I plug those in. It runs for hours, and I just recharge it the next day.
That's what she said.
He doesn't do it to make money. He does it
runs for hours
for the love of Intellivision, right? Because I mean, the parts that go into it is like $120, and he charges $150, and probably spends 3 or 4 hours doing it.
Yeah, so, it goes back to the homebrews. You know, everybody goes, well, homebrew's like $60-$70. Yeah, they're not making any money. They're literally doing it for the love of just putting that out. You know,
you got it, 100%.
And that's why I always support that team. Like I still got the I have another pre-order out there, but it's from, what is it? Kai Magazine.
Kai Electronite. Kai Magazine is a game producer. They're the programmers.
It's like the something of Gowl. The legend.
Oh yeah.
I always mess up the name, so I don't want to butcher it. But it looked really cool, and I ordered it. Oh God, like 5 months ago or 4 months ago or something like that. So I don't even know when that's supposed to be coming, but that would be my next one I'll get. But I was looking at Intellivision Revolution. There's a lot of stuff sold out right now.
Yes.
I didn't see Intellivision back at all. There was also, what was the other one? Heli was the other one, and then I saw they have Antarctic Tales. They were doing like an enhanced version of something, and that might have been a ROM or something, where they were adding different countries' flags for all the ice shanties when you get to the end of the level. So
Carlos Madruga is the programmer of all those games. Well, I don't think in Televania, but Heli and Antarctic Tales, and also the one I just did the release for, the announcement for a week ago, Infiltrator. And they released an alpha because it won the 2020 Inti Basic Award that was given out on Atari Age by voting by Atari Age members. It won the award for 2020, and now he has reworked the game and made a full cartridge release, which is coming out in November from Electronite.
Oh, cool.
So, but the big thing about that is they're also testing the waters. Carlos has started selling, kind of on your honor, a complete package ROM with all the photos and all the artwork and betas and everything of Heli. So I'm going to be doing a review of that very soon too, because I have that, and I've also got a copy of Antarctic Tales from him. And same deal, it's like it's a real risk for these people to put out these unprotected ROMs. When I say unprotected, I mean it's a ROM that you can actually use on your Intellivision flashback.
Yeah.
Most ROMs that you buy are protected and they're locked strictly to your LTO flash. Okay, they're not for use really in emulators per se. So I'm really hoping that the community will take a hold of this, because I mean it's cheap, $10, right, for a ROM to play on your because the cost is the development. You're not having boxes and stuff like that. So $10. Don't share it. Buy it. I'll pay $10. I don't need
it's not that much.
I'll give them $10 for it, because that keeps them going. That gives us more games in the future. But so that's something I've started on my channel. There's going to be a video on Heli come out very shortly, hopefully by the weekend, and the one on Infiltrator, which is not a review but just an announcement of its November release. And
that's looking so good too.
Yeah, it is. I've got a beta that is really quite complete, and it is fun. It's something else.
Kitty wants down.
I don't dare let her try to get out herself. Anyway, those are coming from Electronite. Since I released the video, their goal was November. A lot of good things have happened. They think they're going to be able to hit that November date. So for the Infiltrator release, so that'll be a big release. That'll be a great homebrew.
Yeah, I cannot wait, because I love playing. I love the original system. Like I said, I still play it. And it's just one of those systems that I just really love. Yeah, but I'm gonna end up probably taking my System 3 camping to play around the campfire. We play some bowling, play some horse racing. It's gonna be fun.
Go right on.
I love Jeff. I love your background now. You got a professional background. Got the Go Game Go logo going, and
Go Game Go Studios.
Right.
That's right. Yeah, I instead of putting a bunch of games, I was just putting up some other stuff that it has some kind of meaning behind most of this stuff here.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
I've got my Sega Astro City stuff.
I see that. Yeah,
the controllers, arcade stick, some amiibo. Actually, right over here, I showed you off.
Yeah, you have a lot, dude. Those are cool.
Ton of amiibo.
It's
you keep them you take them out, right?
Yeah, I don't have any in a box.
Yeah.
Well, I had them
you
all
open every box, right?
I got some more to open there. I got my I just got my Zelda amiibo in for the new Zelda, and my 2 Monster Hunters. I haven't opened them because I was on vacation, so I need to open those. But I opened them too.
The what? Stories 2? Those amiibo? Is that the
Monster? Oh yeah, Monster Hunter Stories 2. That's a great game, by the way. It's a fun game.
That's awesome. Well, on that note, we are over an hour. We went 4 minutes over. Whatever should we do?
Oh, man, you're a stripper for time. Boy.
So I'm going to end it, folks. Thanks for joining us. If you're watching on Rewind, thank you. And please like, subscribe. And subscribe to all these great people, too, and all that other good stuff. Pete's just like, no.
Of course.
Thank my guest, Jeff from Go Game Go, Papa Pete, and OEB Pete. We had a double Pete episode today. So thank you.
You're lucky. I come off vacation and I wanted to come on your show right away.
See, there you go. So you got to watch, folks. Take care.